Okay, you're going to tell me that this does not matter. And I know why you're going to tell me that. I get it, I get it, I get it. I'm usually the person that says this doesn't matter. But here are three reasons, three numbers, in fact, that explain why I think it does matter. The three numbers here are 6, 10, and 50. Let's start with 6. 6 is the number of towns in Massachusetts that did not vote for that state's Republican governor when he ran for re-election in 1994. There are 351 towns in Massachusetts. 351 towns. All but 6 of them voted to re-elect the Republican governor in that state that year. And that was at a time when only 15% of the state was registered Republican. But look at the map. Look at how much that Republican governor won that state that year. The Republican governor who got reelected that year in that state by such a massive margin, by the biggest margin ever in the history of that state, was a guy named Bill Weld. Bill Weld was a socially liberal, fiscally conservative Republican. We don't really have those anymore, but we used to. And Bill Weld used to be kind of the paragon example of that kind of political beast. Bill Weld was elected governor in Massachusetts in 1990. As the first time that state had elected a Republican governor in 20 years. But he was so popular, his time in office was seen as such a success that his re-election margin in 1994 broke every record in the state. On fiscal issues, he was conservative and successful, honestly. The libertarian Cato Institute praised him during his time in office as the greatest governor in the nation. On social issues, he was liberal. He made the conservatives in his own party throw fits at the Republican conventions in 1992 and 1996 when he gave a big pro-choice speech, when he insisted on being pro-gay rights, when he argued aggressively that the party ought to scrap its anti-abortion language in the Republican Party platform. There used to be Republicans like that. Bill Weld was among the last of them. They don't make them like that anymore. But that's how you end up with sort of a remarkable electoral record like he had in Massachusetts, right? This Republican governor in a blue state winning all but 6 of the 351 towns and cities in that state. Well, today, Gary Johnson of the Libertarian Party announced that if he gets the Libertarian nomination for president, which he is likely to do, he would like his running mate to be Bill Weld. Bill Weld, the guy who won all but 6 towns in Massachusetts when he ran for re-election there in that deep blue state as a fiscally conservative, socially liberal Republican. Bill Weld has apparently agreed to be Gary Johnson's running mate on the Libertarian Party ticket if the Libertarian Party selects them at their national convention on Memorial Day. Bill Weld running on the Libertarian ticket with Gary Johnson. This is like if you've been playing adult pickup soccer on Thursday afternoons after work. And it's fun and it keeps you in shape, but you just found out that David Beckham is joining your team. And yeah, you know, David Beckham is retired. He's got kind of like a modeling career or something going on now. Kind of seems like he's mostly just a full-time dad. But yeah, he's still David freaking Beckham. Kind of makes you feel differently about your team and about your chances in pickup soccer, playing against other teams. I cannot believe this didn't become a national news story this year, just how good it is, how moving and effective it is. I'm quite sure you have not seen this, but check it out. I think this is great.
In this difficult day, in this difficult time for the United States, it's perhaps well to ask what kind of a nation we are and what direction we want to move in. What we need in the United States is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another, feeling of justice toward those who still suffer within our country. Or we can make an effort, as Martin Luther King did, to understand and replace that violence, that stain of bloodshed that is spread across our land, compassion and love.
Google me, Gary Johnson. I am the third party.